So first force reduction test is done to rule out any kind of restriction or paralysis of the muscle. A fixation forceps is applied at inferior temporal quadrant at the limbus. A small incision 8 mm from the limbus is made at the inferior temporal quadrant. After cutting the conjunctiva, tenons is cut. Jensen's muscle hook is placed to hook the lateral rectus muscle. Another hook is used to expose the tip of the Jensen's muscle hook. Tenon's capsule is cut with conjunctival scissor. Check ligament and intermuscular septum is being cut for free of the muscle. After separating the muscle from the check ligament and intermuscular septum, we have to be careful during cutting of the intermuscular septum and check ligament. We should not damage the muscle sheath. Another right's muscle hook is placed. A 6-0 vicryl suture, double armed spatulated needle is used to hold the muscle tendon at the insertion end. First suture bite is taken as a full thickness muscle, complete width. Then a half thickness suture with locking bites. After this, same procedure is done on the other half of the muscle. The advantage of the right's muscle hook is that there are minimum chances of scleral perforation because this hook having a groove. Then muscle is being cut along with its insertion end. Care must be taken to avoid the cutting of 6-0 vicryl suture. At this point, cautery can be used to minimize the bleeding. I usually avoid cautery to reduce the fibrosis and any scar mark post-operatively. A fixation forceps used to retract the muscle stump and muscle stump is being fixed with 2 fixation forceps. Then the scleral marking is done with the caliper at the desired length of recession of the muscle. Here I am doing hemi hangback technique where I am marking the sclera at the 6 mm from the original insertion site. After marking, partial thickness scleral bite is taken. We have to be very careful during the partial thickness scleral bite. to avoid any scleral perforation. Same is done with the another end of the suture. Reconfirmation of the muscle distance. Knot is applied to prevent the further recession of the muscle. Three 1-1 suture or 3-2-1 suturing is sufficient for the knot. The advantage of this hemi hangback is vicryl knot is not coming at your insertion site, so the post-operative inflammation is less. Then conjunctiva is sutured with 8-0 vicryl suture with interrupted fashion. You can do the continuous conjunctival suturing also. Two or three suture is sufficient. If you are giving a very small incision, length about 7 or 8 mm, there is no need of conjunctival suturing, especially in the young children. In the old age, there are high chances of conjunctival fragileness. So the suture cut through is more common at the old age. In young age, conjunctival condition is very good, so you can live without suturing also if your incision is 7 or 8 mm in length. So this is the end of the surgery. So in the other eye, force reduction test is done to rule out any kind of restriction in the muscle. Fixation forceps is applied at inferior temporal quadrant. Then a conjunctival incision is being made in the same inferior temporal quadrant. Length is around 8 to 10 mm. Circumferential. Length can be increased. Tenons is being cut. Then a Jensen's muscle hook is placed. Tip is exposed. Tenons is being cut. With the help of another muscle hook, muscle should be exposed and intermuscular septum and check ligament is being cut so that muscle recession can be done freely without any adhesions. After cutting the intermuscular septum, right muscle hook is placed at the insertion end, another muscle hook at the distance end. Again 6-0 vicryl double arm suture is used. First full thickness, second is partial thickness with interlocking bites. Same procedure is done on the opposite side. First full thickness, another is partial thickness with locking bites. Right muscle hook having the advantage of groove on it, so the chances of scleral perforation is minimal. Some surgeons prefer central suturing also to extra secure of the muscle. Then muscle is being cut at the insertion end. At this point, cautery can be used to reduce the bleeding. It depends on the case to case. Fixation forceps is applied at the insertion end. Here you can measure and mark the scleral site where you are going to pass the needle. There are different options of recession: scleral fixation, hangback technique, hemi hangback technique. I usually prefer hemi hangback technique. You have to be very careful during the scleral bite. Partially scleral thickness bite at the superior end. In hemi hangback technique, you have to pass the suture on the sclera at the half of the distance where you are planning to the recession. Here I applied the scleral bite at the 8 mm and 2 mm hangback. At the end, conjunctiva is sutured with 8-0 vicryl suture. Interrupted or continuous suturing can be done according to your incision. If your incision is very small, 7 to 8 mm, you can leave without suturing. If your incision is more than 10 or 12 mm, it is advisable to use the suture and close the conjunctival wound. One or two suture is sufficient to completely close the conjunctiva. In children, conjunctiva and tenons is very healthy. So it is very easy to suture them. 211 or 311 type of knot is sufficient. So this is the end of the surgery. क्या नाम है बेटा आपका? नाम बताएं। कितने इयर्स के हो आप? 11 ईयर के हो। और किस क्लास में पढ़ते हो? अच्छा, आपकी आइस सर्जरी को कितने दिन हो गए हैं अभी?
15 days।
15 डेज हो गए।